Wait, only a small percentage of my viewers have subscribed. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy this video. You can also join my Discord server to learn more about building and stay up to date on my latest videos. Check out my website, dragon.com, for custom bases, live coaching, or base coaching. With over 3,000 hours of building experience and countless base designs under our belts, we can guarantee that your experience will be divine. Hey, what's going on guys? It's Dragon here and welcome to the base tour for the match. Here we have one of our 6 free-handed disconnectable TCs. They're bunkered and all you need to do to open them is place a roof like so. This is the upkeep for our TC and you can see we have a battery in there as well. To close the bunker, just destroy the roof, and to disconnect it, place a roof on this wooden foundation. As you can see, we're not going to have enough stability to replace and reconnect our tool cupboard, so get rid of the roof and you'll be able to have the stability to reconnect it. Heading into one of our 3 gatehouses, you can see we have an angle outside the compound, and heading into this further compartment, we have 2 beds, 2 boxes, and peaks inside and outside of the compound. Heading further into the compound, you can see we have plenty of drop boxes and turret angles. Here is what it looks like if you're breaching the compound. With lots of angles holding you, you're sure to win your raid defense. Heading into here, we have another one of our bedrooms that peeks into the compound. And this is what this turret angle looks like in the compound outpost. With angles inside and outside of the compound, this is a really defendable part of your base. I added some mobility to get from the shooting floor to the compound really fast, and this is what that looks like, with peaks all along the way, and this door that heads into the shooting floor. We have a really fast way around the base. Heading back down into the compound, I use this compound outpost as a segue to get into the core as well. This acts for really fast mobility when defending your base, and this peeks into our funnel wall. Heading back out into the compound, this door blocks off one of our 6 entrances into our base that is funneled with this turret and these shotgun traps. Heading further into the base, I want to remind you how the mobility works. This middle door heads into our compound outpost, and the doors on the left and right is our funnel wall. Thank you to Rustclash for sponsoring today's video. Rustclash is a case gambling website that has over 90 cases to choose from. Rustclash gives over $25,000 out weekly with their on-site range that appear in chat and are easily claimable. There are a variety of different ways to deposit money onto the site, and you can also deposit from Rust, CSGO, and Dota 2. You can withdraw with Rust skins, real cash via PayPal, and you can also withdraw with crypto. Use my code DRAGON to unlock rakeback and daily cases which can be claimed every 24 hours based on your level. Remember to gamble responsibly and you must be 18 and above. As you can see, we have plenty of breach peaks out into the funnel wall, into the compound, and overall great defendability from the shell. Heading into our egg starter, I have a really simple way of setting this up. You can see we are met with furnaces in our tier 2, and opening up these garage doors leads us to the rest of our starter. With 8 boxes and a tool cupboard that has a really cheap upkeep of 5,000 metal and 5,000 stone, this base is perfect for your small group. Heading up into our open core, you can see we're met with multiple vaults, turret angles, and bunkers. Jumping up into here are the bunkers that I was talking about. They're really close to the open core, but they're actually in our shooting floor, which is really neat and space efficient. Our shooting floor supplies really good peaks out into the furnace funnel. And this is our connection to the compound. Heading up our jump up, we're met with some more peaks into the compound on the left and right side. And going through this middle single door, we're met with another bedroom that has peeks into the compound. Heading up onto the roof, you can see how many turret angles I wanted to have on this base, making sure that if you're on a monthly server, there's going to be enough spots to keep you safe. Heading on to this part of the roof, you can see we have plenty of peaks to help defend our base during our raid defense, with even this really nasty peak that's double chain linked off so you don't get hit. We also have some bedrooms on the roof to help you in the event of a top-down raid. With peaks outside of the compound and into your roof, this is a great place to defend your base from, but we have even more. Hopping on to this wood triangle, you can see we have all the peaks we will need for the main defensive point of our base, which is going to be the furnace funnel. Going up into this breach peak, we have some more specific peaks that are meant for farther out, assuming that someone is raid based on you. And over here, we have one of our 6 vending machine bunkers that you just have to destroy the roof for and it seals it in. These are accessible by drone, so you can have a safe shop. And finally, our last little bedroom spot to help look over the base. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to learn how to build it, then stick around for the rest of the video. Hello everyone, it's Dragon here, and welcome to the base tutorial for the match. First, you're going to want to place down your egg starter, like so. Then, pick one of the right triangles to be your airlock, and seal in the rest of the egg with walls. Seal in the roof, and place a wall to finish your airlock. Once you're sealed in, walk back to this square and look to your right. That's where you're going to place your tool cupboard and seal it in with a single door. Now you're going to want to create your loot rooms and place down your garage door frames so you can have them later. Now I'm going to show you where to place your furnaces, your bags, and your tier 2 workbench. Your tier 2 workbench is going to go up against the airlock and your furnaces are going to go next to it and in this triangle. You can place 3 bags in front of all of this, and on the other side we're going to get the rest of our furnaces and bags down. This is going to include with another 6 furnaces and 3 bags. Keep in mind the starter unit can house 8 boxes, and this is how you can place them. If you don't want to remove the furnace, you can just hop on top of it and place the box below the shelf. Create 2 shelves in here with ramps, and make sure you place the bottom ones as far back as possible so you can still access the tool cupboard. There's our 8 boxes of storage, and now the starter is fully complete with all deployables, unless you want to add some shotgun traps. I've turned on 3-sided, so make sure whatever you do it on all 3 sides of the base. On the right triangle in front of the airlock, I'm going to place a square and 3 triangles out next to it, as well as another square, creating this triangle divot. Off of this triangle divot, you're going to want to go out 1 triangle and 4 squares, deleting the rest of the build out and coming back in with half moons until you can cap it off with a square, like so. Now we've created a wide gap that we can stone up and break the rest of the build out for. Continuing on with the build, we're going to want to place a triangle on each side of the square and a full circle right in front of it. And to create the compound outpost, just go out 2 squares and a triangle. Delete your first square build out because we do not need it. With some temporary build out, we can create our external TC. Going out 1 half moon, a square, and 3 more triangles, we can now place our external TC. On this left triangle, you're going to want to upgrade it so we can place our tool cupboard. Sealing it in, we can place down our tool cupboard and get a single door down. On the right side, we're going to want to get our window down for a battery spot and stability for the disconnectable. Break all your twig out, and now place 2 half walls on each side, as well as a full wall. 2 2 frames off of this, and now you're going to need to do the freehand for your TC. I'll link in the description how to do the freehand. Now you're going to want to go out with this build out. Doing this, we replace the square with a triangle, and we can now open the TC and still have our disconnectable. When you place these frames, make sure you place them on the main TC and not on the freehand. And if you want to test if your disconnectable works, go out a half moon. Place your roof up against the TC and it should disconnect like so. Just don't forget to reconnect it. Do that on all 3 sides of the base, and now we're going to build our other multi-TC. To do this, you're going to need to build out 9 squares. Now delete 4 squares. Come back in with half moons. And with the building privilege that we've left, get rid of the excess twig. Get rid of the rest of the build out, and come back in with half moons until we can cap it off with a square like so. Get rid of the squares on the left and right, and upgrade the rest to stone. Get rid of your build out, and now we can finish our external TC. Going out 2 squares and capping it off with a triangle, we can get our gatehouse design. And building out with some temporary twig, we can finish the external TC. Upgrade this to stone and seal it in. You're going to be building this TC as the same other 3 that you've already built. Delete the excess twig. Do the freehand. And now seal that in. To have the stability for this to be disconnectable, you're going to want to place down your airlock. Place your frame like so, and open up this bunker so you can place your other frames. If you do this wrong, it's going to seal this in, so make sure you do it from the top. As you can see, we're not going to be able to connect this, and this is because of a lack of stability. So now we're going to need to find it. Placing a window, you can see we don't have enough stability still, so when I place down this square frame, this gives us enough stability. Now to test if it's disconnectable, you're just going to want to go out like so. Place your roof towards the external TC, and now it has disconnected. Just don't forget to reconnect it like so. Now we're going to finish our gatehouse by sealing in these windows and also placing a wall frame for a double door. Seal in the roof, and let's place some deployables. To seal in the gatehouses, you're going to need 3 glass windows, 2 embrasures, a double door, and 2 single doors. Place them like so. And now we can head out in the compound to create our Dropbox loot rooms. With a half wall, a window, 2 walls, and 2 floors, we can start making the shelf with the ramps in order to create this loot room. Create Patrico peaks on each side of the gatehouse, and jump up and place wall frames so we can place chain link fences. Up here, surround the top of the gatehouse with half walls and 2 low walls. Now we have space for 2 turrets and our drop boxes. Fill this in, and now we need to place our 3 middle barricades. Make sure it's twig so it's temporary. Once you're done placing your metal barricades, you can break the twig, and now your gatehouse is sealed. Place your chain link fences. And if you want to place your drop boxes, you're going to need to place a temporary floor for you to stand on, assuming you want the perfect placement. Place your drop boxes in here and seal them in with a double door. And you're all set. Now we need to finish this other side of the compound, and to do that we have to start by making our breach peaks, which is going to be done with 2 windows, a half wall, and a frame. And now we need to place our triangles and another half wall on the top. We need to create our bedrooms, which is done with 2 wall frames, 3 walls, and a Patrico peak, like so. Do this on the other side, 3 walls, 2 frames, and create a shelf for a Patrico peak. Seal the top of this, and now we can place our wall frames like so. This is the last bedroom that we need to build inside of the compound, and this is how you do it. Once again, we're using Patrico peaks to make sure that we get the tightest angle possible when trying to defend our raids. As you can see, we're done. And now all we need to do is finish this breach peak. With a half wall and low wall on each side and also a wall frame, we can finish this breach peak off by placing our windows, our shelf for our turret, and our ramps. Now to place the compound. Make sure you're alt looking when placing the walls so you don't end up leaving too much space to where there's a gap in your compound, like so. Do this on the other side. Now we have the perfect placement for the compound, and we should probably get the barricades down on our compound outpost. Jump up over here, and now we can place our metal barricades. One goes here, on top of the bedroom. On the other side of the compound outpost, you place another one on top of the bedroom. Seal on the top of this, and time to place our final 2 barricades. Get some temporary twig that we are going to place, and place it right here. Now push these metal barricades as far back as possible. If you do this wrong, you are not going to be able to make the jump up into our mobility. You also won't be able to place this door, this low wall, and this half wall. So make sure you really push those barricades back. Place your wall frames in the shell, and your jump up for the open core. Start sealing in the shell and finishing your jump up to the open core. Place triangles on the top of this, and full walls surrounding. Now to create the loot rooms for the open core, we need to place half walls, floors, and triangles on the outside to get a triangle frame like so, but don't forget to break the triangle on the outside. Now break the half walls on the inside, replace them with some windows, and place some ramps facing towards you. Fill in these loot rooms and start working on the middle of the open core, which is just half walls and low walls arranged in this pattern. Place your ramp and seal on the top like so. Now I'm going to show you how to place the boxes and seal in the loot rooms. 4 boxes can go in each vault, which you can seal off with a glass window. You want to make sure you place the boxes as close to you as possible for easier QOL. This is what that looks like. Place 2 boxes in this hidden spot, and 2 boxes on the ramp. And when you're ready to seal in your loot rooms, you just need to place a glass window by going under the spot right there. Time to seal in the open core. You need 2 doors, 3 doors actually, and 3 windows. Now honeycomb the top. Sheet metal these frames so you can place a turret later. And don't make the same mistake I did by letting the door swing inwards. When we swing outwards, we can make that jump really easily. Now jump up here and place your turret. Seal this in with half walls and place your door back down. Now the open core is complete. Come back down here and let's start getting all our deployables placed down so we can have a more defendable base. This stops the funnel wall and this stops people from getting in the shell. Make sure you place all the doors on your bedrooms, assuming you're going to put some beds in there with some locker kits. Here is the first bedroom that I recommend setting up. Easy Patrico peaks into the compound and a locker in the airlock. Garage doors can go on these two triangles. You can put a turret here and embrasures on the sides of the breach peak. Now our shell is fully sealed. You can place these floors here to make sure that you can have a half height peak and a triangle as well as a horizontal embrasure on the inside. Start sealing in your bedrooms. These bedrooms here, as shown in the base tour, are one bed and one locker. Do the same for the other bedroom. And place your turret down. Coming up here, we can now start sealing in our mobility into the shooting floor. With 3 half walls, a wall on the wide gap, and a floor, we can start creating peaks side to side and a mobility door like so. Now our mobility into the shooting floor is done. Start placing frames on each side of the base like so. Placing all the frames up too high. We still have 2 more frames we need to place, one being on this side and one being on this side. Now we need to make the bunkers, so make sure you get the floor level up with the shooting floor and place half floors and windows on each side as well as a full wall. Make sure you place these frames right here so people can't peek into the bunkers. Now place your wall, your shelf, a wall frame, your roofs on top, and another wall to seal in the bunker. Place frames in the shooting floor like so, windows to seal it all off, and your jump up to the roof. Now to seal in the roof, make sure you place the frame on top of the bunker on the multi-TC so that the bunker can stay open. Now we can finish the roof. Jumping down on the square, we can build frames on all sides and build ourselves a jump up to start making our breach peak. With half walls all around and windows all around, with a door, a floor, and a ramp, this peak is done. Place windows on the sides and a frame to seal in the roof, as well as a turret spot using that half wall. You're going to need a special angle to place down these frames, but once you get it, you got to start building your breach peak up. On the sides, we can start placing frames like so. A half wall and a window. Another frame on the outside and another half wall and a window on the inside. Don't fall off like I did, and make sure you're careful and crouch to place this window. Now, place roofs like this, a floor frame like this so we can have mobility to start building the rest of our breach peaks. Now to start building our bedroom, you're going to want to place 5 frames like this, but don't place this middle one as I end up removing it like so. Place a window instead, and half walls on the sides. Now place a low wall, and on top of this floor, this is where your bedroom's going to go. Fill this in. And now we can jump on top of it to start making our turret angles. This is where one of our turrets will go, and we want to make sure we get a ramp on top of it to make sure that it can't get splashed by HVs. Upgrade it to sheet metal later on. Now to build our vending machine bunkers, all you need to do is place the vending machine facing towards you in the corner of this triangle. As you can see, we can't loot this from anywhere. And to open it, you just need to place a twig roof. Do the same thing on the other side. And do that on all 3 sides for 6 vending machine bunkers. Now, what we need to do is build up frames like this. Build up 2 frames, jump back onto the roof, and place 2 half walls like so. 2 windows, and 3 floors with some low walls for protection, and you can place some beds up there with some silence guns. To place the embrasures, just do a switcheroo just like I did there. And to place the rest of the embrasures, this is how you're going to do it. Now for some more turret angles. You're going to place half walls on top of this breach peak, but make sure you turn this square back into a triangle. Place a floor on top of that, and you're going to do the same thing as before by getting ramps to get it non-splashable from HVs. Now you're going to want to make your windmill and turret towers. You're going to build up all 3 frames on this foundation here. To show you what it looks like and how you get there, this is what I'm doing to get to the other side. I'm jumping on top of the gatehouse, placing a square here, and now I'm on the triangle on top of the bedroom in the compound. Build those all 3 high, and once you get on the roof, build those up another 2 high, like so. Build yourself a half height jump up, and get a turret spot as well as extra triangles for your windmill. Do this on the other side. 2 frames up, make a half height jump, and get a spot for a turret and a windmill directly on top of that. Thank you all for sticking to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And if you want a custom base, live coaching, or base coaching, then make sure you check out dragon.com for more information. See you guys in the next one.